Hey everybody! What's going on, my sweet babies? So we're about to finish up the marinade part. So as your chicken has defrosted, your marinade should look like this. Okay? Rub it all around like this. It should look like this. Once your chicken has defrosted. Defrost, again, I will repeat. Put everything in while your chicken is defrosting, or your beef, or your, I don't know, steak, or your whatever. Put it in as it's defrosting because you need the water to create a really good marinade. Okay? So now that we've made the marinade, which is in previous videos, see it dripping? Look, it's dripping like fried chicken. So now that you've made the marinade, now I'm going to point this down so you can see what I'm doing. Okay? Here's my bowl right here. And I've cleaned my anyway, everything is clean. So we're going to take this bag and we're going to open it. We're going to set it to the side. Well, my cutting board has grooves to catch. Some people's cutting board does not, but mine does. So I'm going to take out one piece. See this right here? I'm going to shake everything off of it so that I end up with just the meat. Give me a sec. I have to turn that off because it's going to do something terrible. So you see the chicken? So we're going to take the knife and we're going to cut it off. You see that? Oh my God. Oh my God. Just like that. And raw chicken, yeah, it takes a lot longer to cut than fresh chicken. Keep your fingers out the way because I cut myself last time I was doing this. You see how the bone is right here? Cut it to the bone. Cut it off. And then go down the next piece. Now that you made it through the first piece, go down the next piece. Cut it all. Now that you can see the bone, cut it all the way to the bone. See? Hi, Miss Beatrice. We're making dinner lunch today. Mine will be ready by lunch because I put my chick out early this morning. Where you been, lady? I've been texting you. You haven't texted back. I'll show y'all how to get this end off. If y'all are gristle people, you'll get that end off. If you're not gristle people, you'll leave it on. It matters not. But I'm a gristle person. So detach. If it won't come off immediately, just take a time to detach. Then right here, detach, detach, detach. Now cut down. Just because it's raw chicken on a bone, you have to detach. Now you may catch a little bit of bone in your chicken because there's that little piece, you know, this piece right here that you may cut off on accident, which is completely natural. Now, if you didn't get the rest of it, tap against the fingers. It will all come off. Now pull, let loose. Pull, let loose. Now, if you're a gristle person like me, I'm going to detach the gristle. Because that's my piece right there. I don't care. I'm a gristle person. And the gristle still makes as much juice by itself as the bone does. So I'm detaching a lot of gristle. I ain't gonna cut myself to do it, but I don't mind taking the time. And if your chicken is seasoned long enough, you'll smell it. I'm gonna leave that there. So we're gonna take this part, shave it. See the shave? As you shave it, it will come off by itself. Now detach, pull it off like this. Because the more natural stuff you have in it, the more juice it makes. Even though you're not using it, you're cooking your extra in it without the bone. If it doesn't come off, leave it. You don't fight with the devil. Feel me? And then detach. Make sure you use whatever you can, because God don't like when you waste food. For real. So get off what you can. Okay. So this is your chicken bone. It's done. It's over with. That goes in the trash. Now, you have your first part right here. Just cut off the ends, but don't hit the gristle. Try as much as you can not to hit the gristle, because the more you try to hit the gristle, the more of your fingers you cut. Cut this part off. Put it in the bowl. The gristle makes really good juice without the bone. Take your part right here. Cut it. Okay. Hi, Miss Francis. Hi, baby. Welcome. So now you have this part and this part. This part and this part. Cut that in half. And that's off one chicken leg. One raw chicken leg. Cut that in half. Cut this in half. Always cut between the fingers. Never touch the blade. Okay? There you go. This is the gristle part, so you're going to have to cut like really hard. Okay. Now cut the meat. And like slightly, not large chunks, but edible chunks. That's one edible chunk. I'm gonna put it back together. When you're cutting raw meat, it takes a lot longer than cutting cooked meat. Cooked meat is easier to cut than raw meat, but you also get an edible chunk, an edible chunk, an edible chunk. You can even cut, if your edible chunks aren't small enough, cut it in half. You get another edible chunk, another edible chunk. So we're gonna put this in the bowl. Got it? So then cut it, edible chunk. But you still got the skin right here, right? Cut that in an edible chunk too. Edible chunk. I don't much eat the skin. So just keep going. That's the edible chunks of skin, okay? Cut it again. Cut it again. And if it's like too small for you to handle it with naturality, as a chef does, make sure you keep your hands out of the way of the knife. Now, edible chunk. Edible chunk. Edible chunk. Okay? There's that piece. Now you have this piece. and this piece, which you can put together on top of each other. Edible chunk. I'm gonna take this off because it's really soft versus this piece. Edible chunk. Edible chunk. Okay. Turn it to its side. Set them both together. Edible chunk. Edible chunk. Now this piece right here that I put to the side, slice it like this because it's really thin. So you don't want anything to undercook over the other thing. Otherwise, it won't taste the same. There's that. Now I have 2 more to cut. So I'm going to do them exactly the same way. Okay? I'm going to take it down the side, up to the bone. That's 1 chunk. I'm going to take it down the side, the next part of it, up to the same bone. That's 2 chunks. Down the side, up to the next part of it. Keep your fingers out the way. I cut myself, for real, doing this very meal, and I said, baby. I learned something today. So let me detach. Okay. Another chunk. Once you get to your last chunk, it's the hardest chunk. So you may have to do like a side slice. So slice it, detach it. Once your knife is down, then hold the meat. Once your knife is down. Okay? Once your knife is down, hold the meat. Because it will make you feel like you got to do so much extra. Go underneath if you have to. Slice it down. There. Now here's my gristle part. Because I love the gristle. I'm not even going to lie. I'm a gristle baby. I'm born black. Taking off the gristle. Taking off the gristle end. Oh, my phone just went into the nasty. I'm going to have to clean that off. Just make sure the back of the knife can touch your hand, but the front of the knife cannot. We all know that. So this is a natural edible part. This natural edible part. These pieces right here that you've created, they have to be cut. Okay? And sometimes that little part, you know, where the natural edible parts. Natural edible part. Now right here, this part of the chicken has attached itself. So we're going to pull that off. Make your rest of your natural edible parts. Edible part. Bam. Look. Cut this part off right here where your gristle's at. Edible part. We're going to put this part together. Just in case we want some chunky meat, we're going to leave those just like that. That part. That part. Cut this middle part off. This. I eat all the chicken. My grandma once, she killed a chicken right in front of me. And I was just like, oh my God. with the wing flapping and everything. That's one layer. That's two. Okay. Now we're putting both of these together. All three of these. Edible parts. Edible parts. We'll leave those as like chunky pieces. Just in case you want some little extra meat. Here's the rest of it. Bam. And it's off natural meat. Hi, Miss Francis. Hi, Miss Beatrice. I hope all y'all still here. Natural meat. Turn it in half. We're gonna make some chunky parts out of this one. Because you don't want all your meat the same size. Because you don't want to just sit there eating. It's like having all small fries. You don't want to sit there and eat it like that. And when we mix the broccoli, and if you choose the rice option, that's always possible. But you don't want rice and then have to pick for your meat. You want to just pick it up in a fork. That's kind of the point. You don't want to have to go get a spoon too. And maybe some Chinese, I don't know. So you guys got to learn this part, because being a chef ain't easy. Cooking good food ain't easy. We're going to shred up to the bone. And then we're going to slice down, not towards the finger, away from the finger, shred up to the bone. Shred up to the bone. Come on, man. So we're going to, if it doesn't cut right, go underneath because it's already separated. Shred away from the body. And pull the gristle off. If you're a gristle person, if you're not a gristle person, just take the meat part. I'm a gristle person because I believe that the gristle has a lot of the protein of the chicken. Now, take the top part that you already shredded off. Cut down. Yes, you can be added, but we're not asking questions at the moment. My questions are coming a little bit later. Right now, we're marinating food. And then we'll get to, and I do this often. Well, every once in a while, I will show you how I cooked a meal because a lot of people ask me. So I take the gristle off. You can cut the gristle off. You just got to start at the base. Start the base and detach. And there's gristle at the bottom and the top. Start the base, detach. Come on, Lord. And I'm not eating that because I don't know what part of, if my dog's, hair touch that part of my skin, so I won't eat that part. So we're going to catch the gristle right here at the bone. It'll come off. Thank you, Jesus. I saved it. So we're going to take this part, cut it in half. Okay, this is my only 3 pieces of chicken because I'm single and I don't need more than that. If you have leg quarter your legs, like cut your legs, and legs and thighs, and then cut them up. Do not try to cut up an entire leg quarter. Okay, chunky meat, throw them in there. Now you're gonna separate this part, the gristle, from the meat. Okay, cut this part up. and like small chunk, like it's thin meat right here. So you're going to cut this just in half. Place it in your meat bucket. Now, this part, it's already cut up. Cut it in 3 pieces. Place it in your meat bucket. This part, cut this end off, meat bucket. Cut this part. And then you see the skin right here? We're going to touch close to keep it steady, but put the knife down first. That's one part. That's 2. Thick part. Cut it into 3s. 1. Sorry, y'all. I've been cutting too close to bone, so my knife is getting a little funny acting. 2. That's 3s right here. 1, 2, 3. Now put it all together. Head to head. Put your hand in a circular motion and just slice like as long as it takes to get through that meat. Take your time, because if you try to cut any faster, you could cut yourself. That's not what we're looking for. Now we're at the skin. I'm gonna cut this meat. I'm gonna cut this skin. The more you have to pick up your knife, the further your hand should be from it, by the way. Now, this meat. Now that's cut up. Put it in your meat bowl. Now we're about to do this part. Remember, I put that to the side. And you can take this bone and you can shave it. Because we don't, when my granny said, we don't waste meat around here. You ain't gonna eat all that chicken? So keep your knife down. Always if your hand is anywhere near the knife. So that's one part. Now this part, you can shave it. It's like this, but you know what? It has enough meat on it. I'm gonna put it in. I'll know it's there when I can't bite through it. So here's your shaved meat, okay? Put it back in. See how it's back in? Roll it around just like this. See it? Roll around just like this. And now you have your start to your chicken and broccoli. Tie it up. Put it back in the bowl, because the bottom of the bowl is not dirty. And what is in is already dirty. So you ain't got to worry about it. You have your 3 chicken bones. I'm single, so I only have 3. You may have a lot more to cook. So, and this is it's a very difficult meal. Alrighty. I washed the bottom of the bowl and put it back in there for refrigeration. I have a mess right here. So I'm going to clean it up with some sanitizer and bleach water with some soap in it off the floor because I no longer need this towel particularly. The cutting board is a different story. I will not be using this towel on the cutting board. That's disgusting. This towel is going to be whatever I find on the floor is going to be placed in the dirty place. Hold on. Now, since it was chicken, I want to take this and move it out the way. And since chicken is very harmful for the body, I have dishwashing liquid and bleach. And I want everything that I touch that the chicken board has been on is being wiped off with dishwashing liquid and bleach. Because we sure do not want salmonella, right? Am I correct about this? No salmonella, including my phone that has been touched and that I touched while I was touching all that stuff. So all of that is being wiped off with bleach. Because I did this in my living room. So it's on me, right? If I catch salmonella. So we don't want that. So we're going to wipe that part off with bleach. So now my utensils, my cutting board, and my table has been cleaned off with bleach because I had chicken around it. My chicken is now in the refrigerator. And my phone because it fell in it. Hey, Miss Beatrice, how you doing, sweet baby? So that's it. Now let that sit for a good 30 minutes. And then we'll get to the part of the beef and broccoli. But everybody asked me what's for dinner. So I'm showing you. For real. Like step by step how to do this. A lot of people just don't know. And then, or they do know, but they have one way of doing it. And I just have something different. I just add something different to my little something different. Oh God, y'all, I'm falling apart here. So here we go. So that was that part of it, okay? Who is this? Okay. Cool. Okay. So that's that part of it. And we're about to sit and chill for a minute. So I'm gonna restart my live and do some tarot card readings. I will do it at 11:30. Just let me make sure. I really have to go to the restroom and then take my dog out. I'll be back at 11:30 to restart my live to do tarot card readings. Is that cool with y'all? Y'all gonna be here? Y'all better be. I'm gonna restart my live. Those who haven't seen this from the beginning, start about 2 shows ago when it first said anything about cooking as of today. Start then, and then you get to see everything I did until now. Other than that, tarot card reading starts in about 30 minutes. Okay, y'all? It's 11. Yeah, it's 11 Central Standard Time, almost. So I'll be here around 11:30 Central Standard Time. I just got to take my dog out to use the restroom, and then I got to let my stuff chill. I got to get me some ice for my cup, and then I'll be here. Well, whatever you guys can do, I accept. I know, Miss Beatrice, you haven't been here lately, so my bluebird, I know that you have to handle your stuff as you can. Hello, everybody. So as you have to handle your stuff, I understand. I just have to, we're gonna take this as we can, okay, sweet baby. So whenever, if you can be back, I'll be here, okay. All night is better. No. You come when you can, sweet baby. I can't say I'm gonna be here all night because I work at 6 in the morning. But you come when you can. But I'm off for the next couple of days, so you'll be here and we'll work something out, okay, sweet baby. Hey, Mary. Hey, sweet baby. I've been doing this cooking segment. So this is the end of my cooking segment. I got to take my dog out. Then I got to get me some ice. I'll be right back. This is not the time for that. I'll be right back for that. This segment is strictly for what's for dinner. And this is what's for dinner. I will be back in 30 minutes for everything else, okay? I will answer questions and do tarot. All right, sweet loves? So let me go for my 30 minutes. I'll see y'all soon. I'll stay on here as long as it takes y'all to get here. And then while my meat is marinating, it's going to marinate for about 30 minutes. I'll do a segment about that, about making your beef and broccoli, and then I'll come back on about tarot, okay? I promise everybody I'll be back about tarot and let y'all know what's going on. All right, sweet loves? Everybody just wait. Wait a minute. But if you want to know about the cooking segment, I've done 3 cooking segments this morning about what I'm making myself for lunch, which is beef, broccoli, and salad. But you can also make beef, broccoli, and white rice, which I also did a segment about that, which is about really rinsing off your white rice until the white stuff is gone. Putting your white rice on the stove until there's no bubbles left. I mean, at least on the top, turning it off and letting it sit. That is the key to white rice, is letting it sit. We'll talk about that when we'll talk about that when I come right back. I have priorities. Why do I smoke? I don't know. Why do you do a lot of the things you do? I want to. Can you accept other people for who they are? And if you can't do that, then good luck finding a girlfriend. Or a boyfriend. This is Ace Monster Hierophant. Thank you so much for coming. I appreciate everybody. I will see you soon. And thank you for coming to Logic Tarot. If you want to like, share, comment, and subscribe. If not, you always are if you want to donate, you can donate. If not, you're always welcome on this page. As long as you understand, I don't judge you, so don't judge me. Thank you so much.